So you tried everything from disputes to the credit bureaus to direct disputes to the creditors and debt collectors, but the negative information still remains on your credit reports and you just want to know what to do next. Well, lucky for you, in this video I would like to share some tips on how you can sue these collectors, creditors, and credit reporting agencies. However, I am in no way, shape, or form providing legal advice. I'm just sharing tips based off my personal experience as well as research. I suggest that you seek professional legal help to properly execute this process. What's going on, guys? Before we get fully into this video, I just want to remind you to destroy the like button, as Graham Stephan would say, and don't forget to subscribe to stay in the loop of similar videos like this. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. Alright, so let's first understand the most effective steps to follow before actually submitting your complaint, which is also known as your lawsuit. Okay, so the first step is to know the results of all of your previous dispute letters. In order for the law to work in your favor, you need to show proof that you follow the proper procedures before seeking litigation. And if you haven't done so already, you need to first submit disputes in accordance with the Fair Credit Reporting Act and utilize the laws available to you regarding submitting disputes to the credit bureaus and direct disputes to creditors and debt collectors. And if you follow through with multiple disputes and these companies still refuse to resolve your issues, you will then need to submit a dispute as suggested by the Fair Trade Commission, which moves us on to the next possible step. Okay, so in the next step, you will need to submit your complaint with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, also known as the CFPB. However, I also suggest that you submit a complaint with the Better Business Bureau as well. And the reason for this, you want to be able to hit these companies where it hurts, and submitting a complaint with the Better Bureau can possibly affect their ratings. In fact, these complaints cannot be deleted from their public file and will have to stay on file for at least 3 years. And companies strongly hate this, so it's important that you submit your complaint regarding the credit bureaus as well as the creditors. And you're more than welcome to use the same information from one complaint to another regarding the same companies, because regardless of the fact, these companies will most definitely receive your complaints. And I will be sure to attach the links to the CFPB as well as the Better Business Bureau complaint pages in the description box below. Okay, so in this next step, it's getting a little closer to litigation. However, we do want to see our results from the companies after submitting our complaints to the CFPB as well as the Better Business Bureau. In most cases, you will see these accounts get deleted off after these complaints. However, if this does not happen, then you will want to start the litigation process. Okay, so when I sued the companies affecting my credit report, I did the whole process myself with no legal aid. I also represented myself in court because I knew what I was doing and I knew what to say. However, this isn't something that I suggest you should do because there are a lot of attorneys who will represent you for free, because according to Section 616 and 617 of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the companies that you are suing are required to pay you and your legal fees for non-compliance and negligence non-compliance. Also, keep in mind that every state has different laws and rules for how to file a complaint, so you will need to seek help with your local legal aid center. This is usually free assistance, and just about every state and major city has one. And I will also provide a link to the national site, but you will need to find your state, and you will be able to have access to a lot of resources regarding how to sue someone, how to submit a complaint or lawsuit, and have a list of lawyers who will specialize in lawsuits related to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Okay, so the last step to follow in this whole process, you will need to make sure that you send demand letters to all the companies you file suit against. You will also need to address the company's legal representative or executive officers by name. When I sent my demand letters, I used the fourth letter of my DIY packages. If you're a customer who purchased one of the DIY packages, you're more than welcome to use the fourth letter for your demand letter. However, I strongly suggest that you critique the wording so that it complies with what your state expects for a demand letter. Okay, so you have now submitted your complaint and it has been approved and assigned to a judge. You will now need to follow the service of process and hire a process server to serve your complaint to the companies you are suing to let them know that they are being sued. And this must be done before your court date to avoid any delays. And once all of this has been completed, things can go two ways. The companies will then try to contact you in order to settle the complaint before the actual court date, or you will hear nothing from these companies until you show up to the court date and see how things go from there. And if you end up going to court and these companies do not show up, you will win your case. However, if both parties show up, the court may ask if you guys would like to propose a settlement before seeing a judge. If either party refuses, then this case will go to trial, and then you'll have to see how things go from there. Alright guys, so that's the steps you can follow in order to sue these credit bureaus and/or creditors. I did not use this video to provide legal advice. However, this video is only for educational purposes. If you need legal advice, I strongly suggest that you seek your local legal aid center. Also, if you found this video helpful, please smash that like button to help us out in the YouTube algorithm. Also, don't forget to subscribe to stay ahead of the game, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.